Hey guys, Drunon here for another Let's Play. Today we're going to continue playing our Priest. We hit level 11 in the first episode, and we got a few hours this morning, so we're going to see how far we can get. We're currently in Westfall, and we're going to try and make our way probably to Redridge and some other places, kind of keeping our leveling path linear, but yeah, let's get started. You'll notice I didn't have my shoulders or my other heirlooms on. They were sent to my warlock, who I've been working on leveling to 80 right now, but I did send them back. They're in the mail. So we're going to go and put those on and get started here. I have enough badges, Valorous badges, that I could convert to, emblems, that I could convert to heroism and buy trinkets. But I don't know if I want to do that yet. In a little bit of a confusing point in terms of like what I should do with those badges or emblems, so I'm gonna hang on to them for a bit. But yeah, look at this map, guys. We have a whole ton of options in terms of what to be doing right now. So we are rested quite a bit, so we're gonna continue just questing for now. Maybe even get a Dead Mines group, but for now I'm just gonna run around and start collecting all these points on the map. First things first, let's kill this little boar here. I think my game volume might be a little high. I'm going to adjust that just a bit. Hopefully that's a little better. Hopefully it's not too low. We got to kill so many boars out here. But the good thing about being a priest is everything we do is pretty sustainable. Hollow's End event is over, but I do have some leftover candy, so I might as well use that since we're going to be leveling for a bit here. I don't think I have any issues with it, but we'll use it anyways. 2 of 3 snouts. Liver's always the hardest one to get, I think. You need 8 gore tusk livers. I only have 1 right now. Did I not get both buffs here? 1, 2. What am I missing? Oh, I guess you can't have both of these hits now. Oh yeah, they are not stackable. I think they were stackable at one point, but I could be wrong. So I just wasted 2 candies testing that. That's alright though. Or I wasted 2, used 1, yeah. I do need the stringy vulture meat, so we'll put that down there and save that. There's another liver. Yeah, guys, I really appreciate the support and the interest in my first Let's Play video on this priest. Nothing makes me want to continue putting these videos out, like, you know, having people who want to watch them. So I would appreciate that. I also did really quickly want to say hello to a couple people. Let me get my list pulled up here as I pull this guy. Yeah, I know I mentioned in my weekly update we had some new subscribers, so thanks again, Mohammed, Newburst, and Harry, and then also welcome to Big Cow. Appreciate you stopping by as well. Thanks for hanging out. Back when I used to stream more regularly, a different game, Fortnite saved the world before it was the super popular Battle Royale. People who hung out my stream, we called them the Drew Crew, so I suppose that's probably what I'll call you guys as well, so welcome to the Drew Crew, the 4 of you, and hope to see you around. Don't forget, guys, you can catch me live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Drunon. Probably not doing so much of the leveling stuff there, but definitely some high-level rating. I take pride in my good performance, my high parses, and I do eventually play some PvP, but I'm kind of just leveling or working on rating right now, since a lot of the content's new to me. I never actually played Wrath of the Lich King back in the day. Wrath came out my freshman year of college, so I was a little preoccupied at the time. So I'm kind of playing Wrath with a fresh set of eyes, and it's really good, honestly. You know, Next is a bit easy, but it's a nice opportunity to level up characters and gear them up, and you know, meet people and play in a guild. And overall, I would say I'm having like a 9 out of 10 experience in terms of fun with Wrath so far. There's only a few other I mean, it's brained into it. I'm sure by the end, by the time we get to ICC, it'll be a 10 out of 10. Everybody loved this expansion for a reason. So I did hit level 12 just a second ago while I was talking your ears off. So yeah, cruising right along here. We'll be paying attention to XP per hour. I don't remember what I was getting at lower levels. I want to say like 19,000. You know, so we're doing a little bit better than that so far. And all we're doing is putting on 1 dot and wanding for the most part. I thought I saw a bag. There we go. Unfortunately, I think that's kind of my best DPS right now. That's just the way priests work, man. Do they even still have a talent? A wand talent? No, the priests used to have a wand talent somewhere in here. That increased their wand damage by 25, and it was like a mandatory talent that you took while you were leveling. That's how much priests relied on their wand for damage. But it looks like that is not a talent. It's probably a good thing that is not a talent anymore. So we're going to try and work our way probably like northeast to northwest, and then our way south down the map to clear these quests. And, you know, I was planning on following a guide with this, but with being rested with heirlooms, the guides were created for Classic WoW. So not with the 20% XP buff from heirlooms, and probably not with the intention that you were rested. So we're going to kind of do our own thing and hope we can piece it together without having to jump between zones too much. That is one of the bad things about the guides, is that they want you to be questing nonstop. And to do that in Classic, you had to travel between zones. You would be on Glimdor one time and Eastern Kingdoms the next, and you know, it took a lot of time to do that, but Swiftness Potion. Holy smokes, is that actually worth 34 gold? Imagine being a fresh character and getting this recipe. God, I hope they would know it's worth something and not just sell it. I haven't run a auction house scan in like a week, so I mean, it's still probably about what it's worth, but that's crazy. I wonder what I don't know what that was worth in Classic, but I wonder. I mean, probably not 34 gold, but maybe, honestly, on a fresh server. Uh-oh. We're up here at this farm right now, mostly looking for sacks of oats. There's one over there. And then we'll probably go down and pick up some murloc eyes for this too. You know, it's actually been a while since I leveled here. I guess I did play that warrior. I got him to 16, so I played through Westfall a bit. Oh, there's a sack right there too. But for some reason, like, it feels like it's been a long time. Even though Westfall has historically been one of my favorite zones to level in. I don't know why exactly, but I think it's probably just nostalgia reasons. You know, Westfall having the first dungeon, the one that people do probably more than anything while leveling. Yeah, maybe we'll see if we can just like find a group for it once we get the quest and just run it the way it was intended, I suppose. Does the you can use the dungeon finder at level 12? I assumed you had to be level 15, man. Interesting. Oh, there's another sack right there. That's the last one we need, actually. We might as well kill this person so we can get to that vulture. I also wonder when priests get inner fire. It used to be one of the first spells that you would get, but it does not appear to be that is the case currently. Oop, turn my wand off. Need one more stringy vulture meat after this guy. I also have the Null quest, but... Oh, and the Pocket Watch, I forgot about that. Or do I not have the Null quest? I see it up there, actually. Alright, let's go try and find some murloc eyes. This part of the quest was actually pretty hard back in the day. You would get tons of murloc ads because of the coast runners or shore runners or whatever they're called. But it's probably easier now. I don't know if any of these mobs had like their health reduced or anything. But I remember coming down here was like always a gamble. Yeah, this guy right here, the coast runner. Like, where'd he come from? I didn't see him over there a second ago. And you can imagine as a low level with not having, you know, any crowd controls, it'd be kind of dangerous to pick up extra mobs. This guy's coming like right towards me randomly. We do just need 3 eyes. I don't usually do, I know there's some quests along the coast. There's like a treasure map thing. I don't do that quest. It takes too much time. And again, fighting the murlocs is just, it's a bit more risky than I care for. Here's an eye. Is this a, oh, Slark? Rare spawn? Bring it on, Slarky. A claymore. Dang, I bet that actually sells. We're gonna hang on to that and sell it. I think we're gonna hang on to these hops as well. I do usually do that quest. The one in the hills. Well, I'll show you guys when we get there. I think I usually do that quest. We'll see. I didn't pay attention. I wonder how much XP rare spawns give in this version of the game. It must be somewhat decent because I bumped up from like 26 to 25. Oh, okay, we're done with eyes now. Cool. Oh, we can go turn the oats in too. But I can't remember. Is there? Oh, Furl's. Let's do Furl's pocket watch. Furl bros. It's the Furl bro. This quest was also kind of a pain. Okay, I do have the Null Paw quest. Breaking this camp also used to be dangerous because these guys are tightly packed and you could easily pull 3, 4 even. I think I can probably handle it now, especially that I have potions. So we'll just see what we can pull off here. But yeah, I mean, like, basically every direction you go in Westfall, you have another quest objective. So I think that's part of the reason why I always like leveling here so much. Especially opposed to, like the Dwarven third zone or whatever it's called. Where's it at? Yeah, what is this zone called? Loch Modan? Like, it's not as compact. It's not as, you know, you gotta do a bit of running around there. And same thing for like Dark Shore. It's like kind of long. This guy's not gonna die, is he? Oops, did I tag that thing? Oh no, I did. Bro, come get your boy. He's... whatever. He probably would have been okay. He probably didn't need my help. I did not get a stringy meat off that guy. Oh, I should buff him. Whatever. I meant to buff him, guys. I know you're supposed to buff people, but I saved him already, right? So that counts. I probably didn't save him. He probably would have been alright. But, you know. Pulled the mob off him. Gave him some room to breathe. Helped him out a little bit. No vulture meat there again either. I didn't need to use that potion, but, you know, I might as well stay topped up. I've got all these guys stocked up. So this is going to be at least a... I'm pretty sure I'm going to get all 4 of these. So I want to start with the lowest level. which is actually this guy. Maybe I can actually just get these 3. So let's do this. Let's pull this guy back a little bit. Did I get the other guys? I did. Okay. Well, we're okay. We're okay. We got this. Oh, my potions are on cooldown though, actually. Maybe we're running here. Oh, yeah. Potions are almost all cooldown now. I think we can survive. The question is, do I use a mana pot now, or do I use a health pot? I think I don't even need to use either. Nice. See, without heirlooms, without 100 health to my chest, without 29 spell power to my weapon, no way I would have been able to break that camp up. Yeah. Feeling pretty powerful with these heirlooms right now. Oh yeah, anyways, I was working on getting the pocket watch, so I should keep heading that way. I think it's in this house right here. And look at that, I'm like, you know, I didn't even have to stop and drink with Spirit Tap and my shields and my heals. I'm right back at it, man. The sustain is real. Okay, I've got another hard pull coming in this house. There's like level 14 or 15 in here and another person. We should be able to knock this out though. And then, you know, there's the mine over here, where we need to kill more of these Defias people, but I kind of want to wait until I hit 13 to go there. Probably go turn in this pocket watch quest first. Trapper. Oh, is there not a higher level person in here anymore? I swear to God there used to be a higher level person in here in the past. You netted me, bro. Why are you doing that, man? Okay. We get this. And I think we just head our way back and turn those 2 in. And that should hit it. We should be level 13 then. We already used up our whole rested XP bar. But we've already almost gotten 2 levels. Am I going to pull this coyote? Dang it. Didn't really want to pull it. I don't need the XP from that guy. Why am I not wanting? Come on, man. There we go. Got another liver. Let's see if there's any more. Ooh. Kind of going the wrong way. Yeah, I'll pick up somebody else on the way back. A tip for leveling, if you know where your objectives are and there's anything in between, you know, even though I'm not sitting here finishing this quest right now, I'm checking to make sure that, you know, if they're up or not, so I can kill some on the way. That way it's kind of like, well, I'm going to do something else, but there's a few things on the way, so I might as well do that. It should save you a decent amount of time. And a lot of guides will tell you to do that. Back in the day, some of the OG guides from Classic, like Vanilla Classic, not like 2019 Classic, like 2004 Classic, they would tell you to kill any single mob that was plus or minus 2 levels of you that you see. Just kill it on site. You know, if you're running to the flight path, or if you're just running through a zone and there's a yellow mob there, kill it. Grinding was not an unheard of part of leveling. And I think that's because a lot of players came from EverQuest back in the day, which was not the first MMO, but it was the first massive. Well, this is arguable, but it's the first MMO that had like huge success. And then WoW was the next biggest one after it. So in EverQuest, ironically, there wasn't actually very many quests to do. So you pretty much leveled by just grinding. You would go with a group of 5 other people. I think groups were 6. And you would just pick a spot in a zone and you would just grind camps. Just nonstop. All the way to, you know, whatever the max level was at the time. When I started playing EverQuest, I think Shadows of Lucen had just come out, which was the 2nd or 3rd expansion. I want to say it was the 3rd one. There was 2 like planet-based expansions that had already been out, and then Shadows of Lucen was the moon expansion, where you got to teleport to the moon. But I want to say the max level then was 60 or... yeah, it must have been 60. Because alternate advancement was pretty new and just came out. And I remember having to put a certain percentage of my XP towards alternate advancement when I hit like level 51 or 52 or something. Man, if I know there are private servers for EverQuest, but I would be down to get a group of friends to play that game again. Lots of memories there. Okay, so we're going to go back and do probably the Defias here. We did hit 13, by the way, so I think we have 2 talent points, actually, so we'll do this. So we finished filling this out, so every time we kill somebody, we get a massive amount of spirit, a massive amount of mana regen. But in addition to that, we're also going to get this improved spirit tab, I think. Yeah. Your Mind Blast and Shadow Word Death, which I don't have yet, have a 100% chance, and your Mind Flay, Critical Strike's 50% chance to increase your spirit by 5%. For how long? This it says by 5%, but it doesn't say for like 10 seconds or 12 seconds. I guess we'll see. So running back through this area again, these guys should be respawning soon since this patrol respawned. Yep, there's one right there. So I want to try and kill these guys as soon as they spawn so I don't have to pull all 4. Which, speaking of EverQuest, is what you called breaking the camp. Back in the day was getting the respawn timers slightly separate from each other. To eventually they were just like one would respawn, then you kill it, then another would respawn, then you kill it. Feign death was a pretty important mechanic in EverQuest. Where monks, necromancers, shadow knights, they would pull a bunch of people and they would slow 1 or 2 with different slowing speeds, and they would run away for a bit, and then they would feign death, and when you feign death, all the mobs would like start to run back to camp. So the ones that were slowed would make it back last, and then you could eventually peel them off, which was how you broke up a big camp in EverQuest. Don't know why I got on the EverQuest train tonight, but good memories, man. Oh yeah, I was gonna go to the mine, which is down here. Let me go see if I can break this other null camp first. Might as well do that since I'm up in the northern parts. I did lose my stamina buff. Probably at 14 I'll go back and get new spells. I don't know if I get anything important here. But yeah, I think I'll go back at 14. Before I get into messing with this big giant camp, I'm just going to pick up all the stragglers on the outside. Maybe I can finish the quest before I would have to pull all these guys in the middle. Probably not, but maybe. And even if I don't, then, you know, maybe I only need to kill 1 or 2 and then I can run away and drop aggro. Drop rate's not looking great yet. As a caster, I hate fighting other casters and hunters or people who use ranged attacks. It's probably more annoying to me personally than it should be, but it always bothers me. It's like getting a dose of your own medicine, man. I don't like it. I'm supposed to be the one with the mage. You're supposed to spend time running to me. I need to, I'm actually going to change my keybind for my wand because this is what my keybind is on my warlock and my mage. And I need to get more comfortable using it, although it's not as ergonomically comfortable for me. You know, thankfully I don't have to wand much as a high level character, and I will here, so we'll see if moving my pinky down a centimeter is too annoying or not, but I changed it from shift 0 to control 0. Keybind space is premium real estate at max level, especially as more expansions come out and you have more abilities. My warlock, for example, I'm dumbfounded with like what to do with all my keybinds. I just don't have enough. I don't have enough comfortable ones, I should say. But I mean, you can see every single one of my bars is keybound. Yes, I just killed like 5 of these things and only got 1 paw. That's really unfortunate. I think we're gonna pull 2 here. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. And of course, this guy's a ranged mob. So speaking of keybinds and my other characters and stuff like that, another tip if you guys play a lot of alts like I do, I like to play casters, so I'm going to play all the casters. And eventually I'll probably play the other classes as well, but you want to have pretty standard keybinds. Just as an example, I'm not saying that you should do this, but my main ability for all of my classes is 2, because that's the most comfortable keybind for me to hit. And that's the one I use the most. So my Arcane Blast is on 2, my Shadow Bolt is on 2, my Mind Blast is on 2. And then, you know, basically you build your main character's keybinds for comfort, and then you replicate that on your alts. Let me pause that while I pull this real quick. We're just going to kill this guy as fast as possible before we even touch these other guys. Okay, he's good. And then we'll recover here a little bit. Okay. So then, yeah, you build your other keybinds out from your main use abilities, like most use to least use, or, you know, like your oh shit button, like it needs to be like a profound keybind, so you get used to like making like a specific movement when it happens. And then when you make ults, you know, everybody has similar abilities, right? Like most classes have some form of interrupt. So for my mage, my counter spell is on my T keybind. So for all of my classes, I keybind all of my interrupts to T. If I have a shield, I keybind all of my classes' shield to R, regardless if it's a self shield or not. And it just helps you, you know, stay comfortable and quick and have that, what's that called? That, when you remember something with your fingers or your hands. Why can't I remember what that term is? It'll come to me like in like an hour. But yeah, that's helped me keep all my keybinds organized while playing all these different classes. It gets a little harder once you start mixing in roles. Like healers, for example, you don't, I mean, unless you're PvPing, you don't typically use your interrupt a lot. You don't use a lot of abilities that you use as a DPS or melee. Like I can even imagine when and if I ever get to playing a rogue or a feral druid, I know I'm just going to struggle with keybinds. And I have played a warrior. I played a warrior in Classic in 2019, and I can already tell you that those keybinds are kind of a nightmare because they have so many macros and so many, well, maybe it's better now, but, you know, melee would be a little bit different than than casters. I imagine it'll throw a wrench in a lot of the normal stuff I have set up. So I'm gonna make my way towards the mines now that I finished the pawls. I felt like it took forever to get 5 pawls, and then all of a sudden I have 8, so that's cool. I could also start the killing fields, but I think I'll wait until after I do the mines. I think they're about the same level, so it probably doesn't matter, but I just want to get the Defias ones out of the way. I might need to step away for a minute and change the temperature. It is a bit chilly in here. It'll be nice when I get a little bit higher level and I've got more dots and I can grab a few mobs and AE down a little bit. I've gotten really spoiled on my mage and my warlock and my druid, actually. Pretty much everybody. My shaman not so much, but just being able to gather up a bunch of mobs in AE just makes killing things so efficient. Yeah, let me go change the thermostat real quick. Hopefully I don't freeze to death. I think most people probably set their thermostat to be so their AC doesn't run at night. And we live in Texas, by the way, so even though it's November right now, it's still kind of warm here. But most people turn the thermostat so that their furnace or their AC turns off at night. But honestly, we cannot sleep when it's warm, so we still run our AC at night. And it's very early in the morning right now. And it was still running. I don't mind being warm during the day because I can, I'm awake. I can change what I'm wearing, change the amount of layers that I'm wearing and whatnot. But when I'm sleeping, I can't. And I absolutely hate waking up being warm or sweaty even. It'll ruin a whole night's rest for me. How many of these things do I need each? I need a lot more smugglers. And this quest is actually quite long. Oh no. Ooh, I can't believe I didn't pull those guys. I should, oh, do I have a new wand actually? Oh, I do. That's a pretty big DPS upgrade. Okay, I need to switch that real quick. I also have this one. 8.7, level 7. It's not as good as the lesser magic one. Okay. Anyways, we have a new wand. I forgot. I bought that in anticipation of needing a new one eventually. I don't care about this candy. I do care about that though. Another tip for leveling, guys, bag space. Invaluable. People pay a lot of money for bags because it's really nice not having to go so. Like if I didn't buy these bags, my bags would have been full twice over by now holding all this stuff. Spellbinder cloak, that might be more armor than the one I have. Nope, I have a green cape. Level 14, I wonder what spells I get. It's coming up real quick. Hopefully I get something new to spice up my rotation a bit. I doubt it at this level. I think I'll probably be shadow word painting and wanding for a while. Oh, a chest. I didn't even see it. I think it's probably unlikely that there's a green in there at this level, but I think probably the best thing I could get from that would be a silver bar, which I don't know why, but silver bars are kind of expensive. I found out why when I was leveling. I think it has to do with engineering, maybe. Oh, I might pull all three of these guys. We're gonna dump our mana here and kill him. Oh, I guess I didn't pull the guy in the back. Ooh, ooh. Okay, I didn't get him. Silver bar? No. Is Mage Royal worth something? It says it's worth almost a gold each. How are these low-level mats worth so much? That's crazy. So, I hate going into mines and caves in WoW. Not because I'm like claustrophobic or anything like that, but it's just, it always seems like by the time you work your way in and finish your quest or whatever, the respawns come, and then you gotta fight your way out and you end up killing things you don't need anymore. It just feels really inefficient to be down here. Speaking of efficient, we're staying steady at 27,000 XP per hour. Again, you know, I'm not a speedrunner or anything like that, but I'm going to be monitoring a little bit. Did I pull all three of these guys? Let's see here. No. Okay. That's good. The nets, bro. The nets. Okay. Let's kill this one first. You'll notice after I cast my first two spells, my Mind Blast and my Shadow Word Pain, that I sometimes run away. And if you're wondering why I do that, if you know, you're not familiar with how spells and abilities work, you'll notice that sometimes all of my abilities will go on cooldown for about a second and a half, and it's called the global cooldown. I don't actually know. I do know, but I can't explain why the global cooldown is triggered when it is. But basically, some spells trigger the global cooldown. It's usually like instant cast spells. When you, or every spell triggers the global cooldown. Actually, I should say. But then the cast time is longer than it, so it's like they don't. Like for example, like Smite, you'll see it go on cooldown right when I press it, but my spellcast won't be over until it's up. So it's like it's done now, but then my spellcast was still going. But you know, when you use an instant cast spell that doesn't have a cast time right after using a cast time spell, you're locked out of casting another spell for a whole second and a half. So that's an opportunity to put some distance between you and the person you're fighting, which is why you'll see me do this. You know, I've got 1 second, and then now I can turn and fight. And it just, you know, it's not important here. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm going to survive. But it's probably just an old habit from playing a Frost Mage, where distance is everything. I guess now that I've explained it, and thinking about why I'm doing it on this priest, it's really not that impactful. Probably it's just a habit. But as a Frost Mage, you're a glass cannon, and you know, you're relying on your spells slowing them, and you want as much distance so you can get as many cast off in between when you attack them and when they get to you. And Frost Mage or Mage, but you know, leveling as a Mage as Frost is probably my most time spent leveling between retail and classic and vanilla OG, like back in the day. I actually leveled like 3 mages to level 30 before my friends settled on a server, which back in 2004, 2005, leveling to 30 was no quick feat. It took weeks or months even for a new player, especially somebody who is young like I was. I was like a freshman in high school maybe. Yes, that meant I was very, very, very young when I played EverQuest. I was like in middle school or maybe in 5th grade when I played EverQuest. But I played with my dad and he kind of showed me the ropes. But yeah, managed to level 3 different mages on 3 different servers to like level 30 to 33 before I finally got past that checkpoint. It's really annoying. But I still managed to level quick enough to, you know, do Molten Core and BWL, a little bit of AQ. Never really got into Nax. Nax was only for the hardest of the hardcore guilds back in actual vanilla WoW. There's just so many. We were just so bad. We didn't have nearly as many resources or as much knowledge as we do today. People were so bad at the game, so bad. It was a different time though. It was an exploratory time. People had to try things out themselves, and you know, the internet wasn't as robust as it is now. There wasn't as many outlets to share information and stuff. So, oh, this is a name guy, Master Digger. I don't know if I've ever seen this guy before. Like, that's more of a title than a name, but alright, I got you, dude. Also, see, like, I'm in here in this cave, like, I'm supposed to be killing these Defias people, but I'm stuck killing all these stupid kobolds. And frankly, I don't need your XP, man. I don't need that smuggler, but I'm gonna have to kill her to get that loot in this chest, so let's do it. Alright, can we get a green or some silver bars out of this one? No, that was an even worse chest. You know, I'm curious too. You know, I'm very happy but sort of surprised that the first episode in this Priest Let's Play was as popular as it was, so you know, let me know in the comments, you know, what brings you here. What are you guys WoW players at all, or is there just a lack of content in this realm for WoW? These longer format Let's Play videos. Do you guys just like watching people level? I'm trying to gauge your temperature here. I want to know what to do in the future. Do you guys want to see me level other characters simultaneously? Like, for example, while this guy's resting, would you guys want to see me play like a paladin or a rogue or a warrior or something? Or are you guys more interested in a start to finish process? Do you guys want to see me play this priest from 1 to 80? Do you guys want to see me play this priest at max level? Do you want to see me do raids and stuff like that? Or do you just, you know, you kind of just enjoy the worldly experience out here running around doing quests and stuff? I'm really interested. I want to know. Because if you guys are consuming it, I'll certainly create it. If you guys are, you know, I assume most people are WoW players themselves that are watching these videos, but if you are, let me know in the comments what server you're on, what factions and classes you play. If any of you happen to be on Benediction or US servers in general, let me know. I do play, well, I don't currently play Horde, but I have Horde characters, and certainly happy to play some, especially if I've got a community that is interested on the Horde side. My 2 Horde characters currently that are, one's level 70, actually used to be my warrior in 2019 Classic. That guy was like super decked out. I hit like rank 12 in PvP and stuff. But he's on Faralina. And I have a shaman there as well, but would be open to re-rolling on other servers as well. I think I need to pot here, man. You know what? We're just gonna run. We're not actually gonna kill these guys. We're gonna dip, and I think we're gonna go do killing fields and finish Westfall stew. So I think we want to do that as much here as possible. Then, or I guess we'll start up here. I'll grab this board real quick because I do need more livers. By the way, liver, the food. I can't imagine what a liver pie tastes like, but I'm not a fan of liver. Yeah, man, I tried it a couple years ago. You know, after hearing everybody describe it as kind of a gross fruit, and let me tell you, I agree. I don't remember where I tried it. Maybe like on a cruise or a vacation or something. No, you know what? I was with my dad somewhere. My dad ordered it and I tried it. I'm pretty sure. Got some green screen leakage over there in the corner. And some background noise from one of the dogs. Hopefully they stay asleep a little bit longer because, yeah, I don't want to make this too short of a video. I like to keep these a couple hours long at least. Kind of like a movie almost. I think this, if I was going to watch these, that's probably what I would want to watch, about a movie's worth. You know, some background noise, maybe fall asleep. Yeah, if you guys have comments on that as well, be glad to know. My videos too long, or are they what you're looking for? I probably wouldn't make them longer, to be honest. That's a kind of a big commitment to sit down and record, and then obviously the longer the video is, the harder it is to, I mean, I don't really do a whole lot of editing on these, but if I were to edit, format, you know, it'd take longer. They do take longer to upload though, and to encode. And just in general, actually, if there's anything specific that you can't find enough about there, let me know. Be glad to make it. Or be glad to at least look into making it. I guess I'm not gonna commit to like I'm not a big arena player, so I'm not gonna commit to like making a ton of arena content. When I say I'm not a big arena player, I mean I'm not even on a team right now. Maybe towards the end of the expansion, I tend to PvP more when there's, you know, not as much raiding to do. I actually had a ton of fun PvPing in Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch when all the brutal gear was pretty easy to get. I started working on the Battle Master achievement specifically, and I'll be glad to get back to doing that. I do enjoy BGs more than arenas though, which I know I'm not super competitive that way, but BGs are nostalgic for me, and I just enjoy the 10v10 or the 15 versus 15 format more than the 3v3. I'm an okay PvPer. I'm not one of the best by any means, which is probably why I don't like arena. Because I would say most arena players will beat me in a 1v1 pretty hard. There's a good chance even as a frost mage I would die to classes that I should beat pretty easily. I do just like thrive in BGs though. Like I kind of understand the BG meta way more than I understand the arena meta. A lot of people kind of play BGs as like a 1v1v1v1v1v1, you know, and not as like a team objective, but you really should view BGs as a team objective and as a role objective. I mean, you don't really have tanks, but you do have a front line, right? So you've got your front line, you've got your back line, and in your back line you've got healers and casters, and then utility is something that people don't really think about in battlegrounds, which is what BGs are, by the way, in case you're not in the know. As a frost mage, like I thrive on that utility role, the slows, the freezes, the CCs, the silences, you know, stopping a flag carrier from scoring. Like that's my wheelhouse. I'm really good at that, you know, and I do pump. I put decent damage out as well while I do that, but that's probably my favorite part of BGs. We're 8 out of 20 on these guys. Man, these Westfall quests, they just have the objectives, the kill counts, they're super high. Not complaining. I mean, it sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm not. I just don't remember them being so high. I don't really want to pull that vulture. See if I can get around him. But yeah, I'm going to clear this field and then have to go back to the other one. It's also nice playing it, you know, I'm playing before work right now, and there is zero competition for any of these low-level quests. So far I've only seen one player, and I'm on the biggest US server, Benediction. Early morning gaming is where it's at, man. My brother historically has played early mornings, and yeah, I think he had it figured out. He would always be on, like, sometimes I would have not gone to bed, and he would be online in the morning before work. Ten more of these clowns. They do kind of look like clowns. Like it seems like they kind of have like a costume. I guess scarecrows are kind of like clowns, and these guys are basically scarecrows. How terrifying would that be if people used clowns as scarecrows? And, like, not that people just happen upon scarecrows, because people don't normally just, like, walk through fields or whatever, but just imagine you were walking through a field, but instead of a normal scarecrow, you saw just, like, a fucking clown right there, man. That would be so weird. This is going to be a nice turn in. What was this Stormwind quest, actually? Oh, it's the Griffin one. Yeah, I'll do that when I hit 14 here in just a minute. Actually, I'll complete this quest first, and then I'll do that. Should I do that before I complete this? Will this go gray? It shouldn't. It should still say green. There's a chest over here. Man, I used to be so bad. I remember one of the first quests I did when I would come to Westfall would be this Killing Fields quest, where I kill these like level 15 dudes, and you know, a level 10 or 11 has no business doing this quest. It's okay at 13, but you know, it'd be easier at 14 or 15, obviously. But yeah, I don't know why. This was always one of the first ones I did. I just wasn't smart enough or experienced enough to go and clear all the stuff around it before doing the middle. We got our next point in improved spirit tab. Oh, I didn't pay attention to this improved spirit tab. I need to look for this buff now. Well, I don't have anything to kill over here, unfortunately. Let's this quest stayed green. That's good. Let's head back to the northern field. I need 5 more of these harvest watchers. I could go west, but I think these guys should be up by now. Yeah, here's one. Level 14. So we started at 11. We were almost 12, right? So I hit 12, 13, 14 so far. Solid. Solid progress. We'll be in Redridge in no time. And doing dead mines, potentially. I don't know if I'll get a group this morning before work, but we'll see. There probably just won't be enough people doing it, to be honest. So I'm still looking for this improved spirit tap, by the way. I want to see how long it lasts. Or maybe it doesn't even have a tooltip. Like, what's my spirit right now? 94. Oh, I need to use Mind Blast to proc it, right? There it goes right there. So it lasts 8 seconds. My spirit didn't actually increase. Right? Or did it? By 100%. So, okay, well, I couldn't see it increase because my other one had gone off. I'm going to look for it again. So my spirit should go to like 52 if it procs. And it procs on a Mind Blast crit. Yeah. It doesn't matter here because I'll have the regular spirit tab. Oops. Also, does it stack? Does improved spirit tab stack with regular spirit tab? I'm just curious. Okay, that's improved. It did bring my spirit to 52 as expected. So I didn't kill it fast enough to find out if they stack though. We're gonna try and proc these at the same time. How much does this do? Alright, let's do it now. Regular spirit tab. Oh, I'm done. We'll find out later if they stack. So like we cleared all of those objectives from earlier. If you remember when we started, this whole map was covered in quest icons, and they're totally gone now. All we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quests to turn in. And we're gonna go do just that. We're gonna be pretty dang close to 15, honestly. Probably halfway. I hope. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I could just be making this up. XP per hour did fall to about 24.7, but I think it's going to jump up to like 28 or 29 after I turn all these in. Maybe even as high as 30. I don't remember if there's any follow-ups here. We should also sell while we're here. And I think I was going to make this guy a... oh wait. Well, this... We might sell that on the auction house, maybe? Oil, don't care about. Light feather, actually, I do want to keep. Was that my main water? No, it wasn't. Okay. We'll keep this as well. Oh, look at this. That's a big upgrade for me. Gladly take that. And then we'll just vendor those. That's not really worth keeping. We gotta sort all this. This stuff, some of this stuff needs to go to our bank. Or should I sell it? Maybe I should keep all my auctions myself on this guy. Just to pay attention to how much gold I made while leveling, I guess. Minus the 100 plus the bags that I gave myself. Yeah, we just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30, almost 35% from those quests. And we got 3 more to turn in. 4 more if you include the one about going to Stormwind. XP jumped to 2750. So it jumped about 3,000 for that one. Hopefully, we get some useful spell here. We can also check for gloves, boots, ring, bracers, neck at the auction house when we get there. Want to stay current on gear. And yeah, maybe we'll post some of this stuff. Post this stuff at least. I don't think we need this ochre anymore. That can get vendored. This we'll keep the cloth. We do need some hops. I just don't remember how many, and I don't remember if we need snouts. I feel like that's like a Redridge quest. I'll probably just sell this for now. I can always loot more later. So I do got to go to Redridge for the first time. Might as well take the upgrade in case there's nothing on the auction house. And just like that, we need to sell again, actually. We'll sell these on the auction house too. Now that achievements are out, people actually care about low level recipes. I think we picked up the flight path, right, to... Ooh, what's better? Probably my legs are better. And I do have another quest to pick up here, but it's level 17, so we're not going to pick it up right now. We're going to go get our spells first. Wow, we got a lot more XP than I thought, actually. And we did pass 30,000 per hour. That's big. Let's, you know what? I think I wanted to go to Redridge first. Because I think Redridge tells me to go here, then Storm, whatever. It's a bunch of running around. I don't even know if I'm going to do that, actually, right this second. To Wiley and Lakeshire. I kind of want to. I just don't remember what the best way to do it is. And I know there's a quest where I go pick up like a bunch of different like alcohols and stuff. I'll probably not worry about I guess I can make these real quick. It'll be kind of a damper on the XP per hour, but at least it'll clear my bags out. Or maybe I'll just do a session where I well, I guess I want to keep up with it as I go. So or maybe I'll just chunk it, like once I get to Silk, then I'll sit down and catch up to Silk. So maybe I'll just put these in the bank for now. But I might as well turn these into bolts real quickly. I don't think there would be anything low-level tailoring that I'd really want to make and wear. I can also buy new food and water. I got level 15 stuff. Let's sell these and step it up. These potions are pretty much worthless now. My second profession is going to be engineering, and I'm definitely not messing with that until I get to max level. It's too expensive, and it takes too much time to level currently. I should also work on first aid, but I can go back and do that later. It's a very good tool for leveling, but since I have a heal, it's not that big a deal. So again, I sent this guy 100 gold when we started, but I have been buying gear, but this is the first time I'm going to put anything on the auction house, so we'll see if we can actually be net positive. I do use an add-on for selling. There's no way this sells for 9 gold, right? Do I undercut drastically to try and sell it? That's probably like a bad strategy, right? Ooh. We'll sell this one. This is the only one. Dude, even if just one of these sells, that's insane. And then yeah, these mats. Is this worth even selling? Does it vendor for more? No, it does not. Hey, look at this silver bar, 4 gold, 27. What the heck? I don't understand why all this stuff sells for so much. I guess it's just because there's not very many people leveling right now. Oh my gosh, look at this potion that I looted, guys. $48.99. I bet this will sell too. This will probably sell in 24 hours. I doubt these sell, but we might as well post them. People are collecting recipes for achievements, as I mentioned. I bet I have like 100 gold on the auction house right now. That's insane. 9 So what is this? 18, 28, 30, 37. We'll call it 40, 44, 45, 90. What? 90? Yes, I have over 100 gold worth of stuff on auction. So that is insane as a level 14. That is so much gold as a fresh player. I can't believe it. I mean, and again, having the bags allowed me to like keep all this stuff and like store it. And I probably wouldn't have cared so much if I didn't, but yeah, make sure you invest in bags. Maybe not frostweave bags because they're like 60 gold each, but you know, netherweave bags are pretty cheap. We'll just put this tailoring stuff in here for now, and then we'll be on our merry way. Oh, I did want to check here actually. But I mean, yeah, if you're meticulous about selling stuff on the auction house as you level, then you can afford to buy gear upgrades, which keeps your damage up, keeps your HP up, your mana up. It allows you to level faster, so that's cool. Let's look at usable, uncommon, cloth items. Let's just go down the list actually. No head, I don't need shoulder, don't need chest. 2 gold. See, I just looted that. That's nice. This is better, but it's not worth 5 gold. Let's sort these by max level too. Falcon, Spirit. Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna be better than these. Yeah, that's solid. Feet. Ow, not worth 20 gold. Holy smokes, that's not worth 20 gold. That's not worth 8 gold. No wrist. So nothing yet. Whale for 5 gold. Stamina and Spirit. I know I get some of these gloves. There's also gold flecked in Dead Mines. I probably, you know what, I'm not going to buy that. I'm gonna hold out. Let's check neck and rings real quick. There's a 2 agility necklace, which I don't care about. Am I already using this? No. The 1 ring. Okay. Alright, nothing really worth buying. The gloves, potentially, but I know that there's some quest reward gloves coming in Redridge, and the gold fleck gloves from Dead Mines, so we'll hold off on those. And I don't need chest or shoulders or weapon, obviously. And this is a brand new weapon, level 13 to level 14, so. Oh, did I do my talent point yet? I did. All my candy is gone and expired. Rip Hollow's End. Oh, what was I supposed to do here? Oh, I gotta go talk to this guy. We're going to buy spells real quick first. Wrath of the Lich King, I believe I can get a mount at level 20, by the way, which is so nice. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, though. Priest Trainer, right? Straight ahead.
Hey there.
Oh, yes, we did get Inner Fire, Fortitude, and Shield upgrades. Let's put those on the bar. Inner Fire, nice. Instant cast. So this will go on my Shift R because I will use that intermittently. Did have an increase to our regular buff and an increase to our shield, which are solid upgrades. Cure Disease, don't really care about yet. Renew and Smite. We obviously use Renew pretty often. Smite, sometimes use Cure Disease. I always use my Decurse, my Cleanse, or whatever on my Alt 7 keybind, so that's why I threw that all the way over there. And then Fear, oh, that's solid. Huge survivability increase. I think I keep this on shift 8. Yeah, I have this on my warlock on shift 8. The Howling Terror version. So solid spells there. Pretty happy with those spell upgrades. The Inner Fire will be really nice for reducing how often we have to heal. Unfortunately, no Shadowward Pain or Mind Blast upgrades this level. So our damage doesn't really increase, which is fine. I guess we can use Smite now, though. It does, it's a higher cast time, but also higher damage, higher base damage, so, and lower mana, actually. So, yeah, it might even be worth it to spam that instead of Wand, if we have a lot of mana. I don't know what the spell power scaling is like on these two. Yeah, at least for a couple levels we should be using Smite now. Eventually I'll have to make macros that are like, that allow me to heal, or, well, I guess I don't know how many spells priests end up with at level 80, but for my other hybrid classes, I have macros that, depending on who I'm targeting or mouse overing, it'll either heal or do damage, which saves me space on my keybinds, which is really nice. So I'll probably have to do that eventually. I don't know for sure, though.
Looking for something specific?
No, I just want your XP, dude. Okay, so did we set our hearth? We did. So we're gonna fly over to Redridge and work on that quest chain real quick. I don't remember where it takes me. And it might actually be worth doing a couple of the entry level quests there right now. Kind of did a lot of the quests in Westfall already. Yeah. So this might be like the first point where we're splitting between zones. Like the Redridge Goulash and those other quests might be worth doing right now. Oh, I can do that in a second. Probably from this point, we'll probably get spells every 2 levels, just because there will be enough time in between them. Buy a Griffin ride to Sentinel Hill from Griffin Master. That's annoying. Do I have to do that, or can I just turn it in? It looks like I can just turn it in. Okay, that's good. I'll be able to hearth back in a second. So my plan, at least for now, until I know exactly what I need to do, is to go do this quest in Redridge, do a few quests there actually, some of the easy low-level ones, and then eventually hearth back to Sentinel Hill. I'm just setting some stuff up on my work laptop. I will be ending this recording at some point this morning before I start work. Yeah, I woke up at like 4 a.m. my time today, which, I mean, it's not the worst. I don't require a lot of sleep, and I went to bed early, so I'm rested. But, you know, it does allow me to get on early and play. I actually guess it was like 4:30. To play early before work, which is kind of nice. It's peaceful. It's a nice way to start the day. I've found that doing something at the beginning of your day that you like doing does help you get out of bed. Laying in bed dreading doing anything is not a good way to start your day. So I don't know, if you guys haven't tried playing video games before work or before school, maybe give it a shot. Gives you something to look forward to when you wake up. tonight's Thursday, so I have 10 man raids on my shaman. You know, I mentioned a few times already, but this this video will be available in the afternoon today. Today's the 3rd of November 2022, so if you guys want to catch me playing Elemental Shaman in Nax 10, UE 10, and OS 10, you know where to find me. Twitch.tv/Drunon. So we're going to go ahead and pick up all these quests, actually. And we're just going to do the low-level ones, I think. Some of these are not really worth doing, if I remember. Like, we'll just go jump off the bridge and do that one, like, right now. That's the one where you find the necklace. We will not do Gath Lulzog, or whatever his name is right now. This is the other quest chain. So, like, this messenger's Stormwind, like, hey, we're under attack. This runs you all over. Yeah, Redridge is under siege. That's the storyline here. Never really did like a whole lore playthrough. Maybe I'll do that one day. But I honestly don't really know a whole lot about it. I feel bad because I love this game. But I love playing max level more than I love leveling, so never really got around to learning all the lore to everything. I only know bits and pieces.
Have a good one.
And this is the other runaround quest. So this guy wants me to get some booze from 4 areas surrounding, so we'll probably do that quest as well. Where's this person? Is he upstairs? Yes, Wiley is up here. SI7 guy. You can give me some XP, dude. So this is why I came here, because I knew there would be some follow-ups to go back to Westfall. And a couple easy quests to do here. These 3. I'll definitely start these 3 right now, and Hillary's necklace. I may even make my way to Dunmorrow. I don't know. The last thing you want to do is run out of quests, honestly, and I'm kind of on that verge right now. So there's a few spots where this necklace can spawn. There it is right there. Sometimes you have to swim all the way down at the end. And there's also a quest for finding lost tools, but it doesn't appear that I picked that up. I'm not sure if it's a follow-up to like this one or something, but oh, maybe I can't get it yet. Foreman Oslo, he probably gives me that quest at like level 16 or something. Cool. We're almost 15, just like that. 26,000 XP per hour at this point. We did spend a bit of time buying spells and getting flight paths and things like, well, not getting flight paths, but flying around. I'll probably actually run down to Darkshire now and buy that booze and pick up this flight path. I think I need the bottle of moonshine from that innkeeper. There's also some lower level spells that I can do in Duskwood on the like from the Sven's camp area in the northwest part and the spiders on the northern part. Not yet, but soonish. Well, I guess I don't even need to do that part until I do the last part of the Defias Brotherhood, because I can't get the Thunder Brew until I fight over there. So I think Guard Parker here gives me a follow-up quest to kill some of these spiders. I think.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I totally missed this quest when I ran by. Oh, because I didn't run by, I flew in. So that's level 15. Ah, dang it. Okay, so the herbalist, she tells me to kill. Oh, and there's goulash. Okay, I do gotta go back. So I miscalculated this a little bit. I should have been 15. It's okay though. Ooh, I unlocked a glyph. Okay, when I go back to Strowman, I'll go buy a glyph. I need to look up what I need actually. Unfortunately, I gotta run back to town to do this next part of the chain. Classic Shadow Priest Guide. I don't know what talent I should have. Let me guess before I actually read it. And I have absolutely zero idea what glyph I want. Let's see here. We got probably improve Shadow Word Pain. Ooh. Maybe Shadow Focus actually. I think Shadow Focus is probably what's going to be my prio here for my talents. Yeah. Hitting with hitting in general, being able to hit high hit percentage, super important. So I'll probably grab those 3 and then improve Shadow Word Pain and then Mind Flay. And then Mind Blast, and then we'll just go from there. Yeah, see, it was 15. So I need to remember to hit 15 before I come to Lakeshire next time. And then here, the Tools quest, which I'll do that real quick. And there's even another quest I wasn't able to pick up too, Selling Fish, where I kill murlocs. I think this also has a couple spawns. It can spawn right here, I think, by the sunken boat. I gotta be careful though, because these murlocs can kill me. Unfortunately, it looks like it's at the deeper spawn point. This swimming quest is a little bit more, I mean, it's not difficult, but it's a little bit harder, I guess. Yep, they're down there. So let's see if I can swim around this murloc without having to fight him. I should be able to kill him, but a level 19 versus level 15 is not going to be an easy fight. So it looks like I was able to get around. Easy peasy. I don't need a group. Sorry, man. If you want me to join a group, you need to whisper me beforehand. Why would a level 80 invite me? What the heck? Who is that person? Okay, we got some armor kits.
Have a good one.
Iron pikes and rivets. Do I want to use these now, or do I want to wait until I get something good? Probably just hang on to them. All this stuff is so replaceable super quick. I do need to fly back to Stormwind before I hearth, actually. So... Or actually, I think I'm going to have more quests to do down here. I can't remember what we're going to do. Okay, so this quest is belly grub, I think.
Well met.
Oh, this is the goulash. Okay. Oh, that's it, right? I guess I can't get the belly grub quest, which is totally fine because I can't do it yet anyways. This is the selling fish quest that probably unlocks it 15 or 16 or 17. So the question is, do I do this right now? I'm thinking maybe. Okay. I need to watch out for. Actually, these guys aren't even that high level. Look, I just sold my copper ore, so we have income now, guys. Yeah, we'll do we want to give this a shot now, or do we want to? Let's just go back to Westfall, because I want to get this glyph. I can be 16 in Westfall really simply, and then I can come back here.
Can I help you?
But let's stop it storming on the way. So no, not the most efficient path, but I'm figuring it out without using a guide at least. Be nice if I could sell some of those greens, or especially that recipe. I don't remember what level did I get my warrior to previously. I think I only got him to like 15, so we're about to pass that. Again, I'm definitely sticking to this Let's Play, guys, so appreciate you hanging out with me. This guy will be level 80 before you know it. Unfortunately, in my last Let's Plays, I actually had the Joyous Journeys 50% XP buff, which would have been nice. What do you want, dude? You gotta whisper. I'm not just gonna blindly accept your invite from somebody named Cringe. Bro, who are you? Oh, might as well buy this cask while I'm here. Looks like I have a couple things to do. So what would be... I also need to go to Goldshire. So going to Goldshire would be the last thing I do. Unfortunately, we're spending a little bit more time running around than I planned to. Why is this guy... I want to know why he kept inviting me. And not whispering me. So this Elmore's task quest here, this turns into a Redridge quest where I kill gnolls, and like I think it helps me get the weapon to kill Morbent Fell. And I've never done those quests in order of what they should be. I think I'll actually do it this time. I'm also gonna start picking up quests for dead mines. I'll have to look and see where I get all of them. These two are part of dead mines. There's also Shani, the Silent, that has one. Or at least she used to. I don't know if she still does. Yeah, Underground Assault. Then I get one from Redridge. No. Maybe? I can't remember. I'll have to look this up later. I don't think we're getting Dead Mines done this morning. It'll probably be in the next episode.
Interesting.
I'll probably end up healing that dungeon. Just by virtue of being a low level priest. So do I go to Loch Modan to start this quest? Wait. That's Stormwind's task. Wait a minute. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing that at all. I also forgot there's a quest from Alex, or Baros Alexton. So what did I just do? Elmore's task. Elmore's task completed. Let me Google this real quick. Storm Pikes delivery. I don't think this turns into the quest I was thinking about. No. That was not it. So, Elmore's task. Am I just not high enough level for that next part? Might not be. I meant to pick this up last time we were here. I don't know if I was able to. Might not have been high enough level to pick this up. But I pick up a compass or a watch or something in Westfall. I can't remember if this leads to another quest or not, but...
You need something? See you later.
Okay, so we want to get... man, we're running all over the place, man. I'm gonna go pick up this cask of murloc over here, and then we're gonna do we're gonna get our glyph, turn this in, and then we're going to go to Goldshire and get, is it the sweet rum, I think, and then we'll hearth to Sentinel Hill. The XP per hour is plummeting, man. I keep thinking I hear one of the dogs whining. Who has the cask?
What are you looking for?
Cask of Merlot, there we go.
Go with honor.
Oh, what glyph do I want? Mind Flay? What do these do? Also, was this a major glyph or a minor glyph? It is a major glyph. No, it's not the dogs whining, it's the cats fighting. I don't have Mind Flay yet, so that would be stupid to buy, right? Glyph. Mind Flay. Oh. Can't even use it anyways. Yeah, it requires level 20. Shadow. Glyph of Shadow. I spelled glyph wrong. That is literally not a word. Fliff of Shadow. I don't want Shadow Flame. I want Shadow Fiend. Wait, what? Glyph of Shadow. Is that not a thing? Wrath of Lich King. Classic. Glyph of Shadow? Oh. Yeah, none of the glyphs that I should be using at max level are useful to me now. Well, let's just browse real quick. Glyph, priest, usable. Let's see what we got. Maybe we just use this for now? Or not that one, I meant the inner fire one. Ooh, actually, maybe let's do this. That's probably a good glyph to start off with that I'll definitely use. The inner fire one is also fine for leveling. I mean, this will get switched once I have more shadow spells. Okay, so we just turn this in, then we're heading to Goldshire, then we're Hearthing. So how does this work? Does it heal me right away? Oh yeah, that looks like it does. How much does it heal me for? 20, oh, only 20%. It's just like a little heal. I wonder if that's what Disc Priests use.
Need help?
Take, oh my gosh, it wants me to go back to Lakeshire. Oh, I need to, there's a reason people use guides. There's a specific order that you should do things, and apparently I did not do it in the right order. I know there's a quest at some point where I need to talk to the blacksmith in Goldshire. But, oh, price of shoes. Oh, that's the one I'm going to do now. Okay. This is the quest I was thinking of. That helps you build the weapon for Morbidfell, I think. Hopefully we don't spend as much time running around in the future as we did today. But, it's fine. It's part of the game, man. Sometimes that's just how it works. Especially in low levels when you're leveling very quickly. Like, what we already did 4 levels today. So, like, at level 80, you only spend 1 or 2 levels per zone. Ooh, it's time to wake up. What quest is this? Manhunt.
I supply only the finest goods.
Oh yeah, I never did buy more food and water. Okay, return to Werner Osgood. Okay, so I got 2 people to go back to in Lakeshire. But for now, we'll just hearth to Sentinel Hill. I need to buy more food and water.
You need something?
Let's see here. We can do melon juice now. And catfish. Melon juice and catfish. That doesn't really sound like a meal that I would enjoy, but you know what? If it works, I guess. I like catfish.
Be careful.
I guess I don't know if I like melon juice. Probably not. Not really a big fan of melon. But specifically melon juice and catfish does not sound very good. Give me a cold beer and some catfish, though, you know. Then we might be talking.
Greetings.
Okay.
Be careful. Need help?
Defias Brotherhood, Wiley Snow, yada yada yada. Oh my god, now I gotta go back to Stormwind? Bruh.
What can I do for you? See you around.
Oh, wait, do I have a quest up top now? I think I do. Red silk bandanas. Okay. What do I work on here? Most of my quests are a little bit higher level than me. This would be a good spot where you would go to Dunmorrow. We're not going to though. Scout reel.
You need something?
17. Dang it. Oh, that must be the dungeon quest. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? We're gonna go do these two. Humble Beginnings and the People's Militia. And yeah. So I mentioned earlier that we needed snouts. Why can I not move this? There we go. Gortus snouts. It must be for the Goulash quest. Oh, it's a great Gortus snout. So it won't even, the normal ones won't even work anyways. So it was okay to sell those. Yeah, so like, maybe I should have done this, or I guess I can go back and do it after I do Humble Beginnings and People's Militia. But yeah, we're kind of on the higher level of quests right now. So hopefully we can hit 16 with doing these two. Or be close to it at least. If I get 16 here this morning, that'll probably be a good place to stop. And then next episode, then I think we'll be able to run the Dead Mines dungeon and probably hit level 20 and get our mount as well, which will be pretty nice, honestly. So yeah, we're setting ourselves up for some good times here. Okay, this is the first combat I've had in like an hour, I swear. You know what? There we go. I think this, what is it that I'm looking for again? A compass? He's an architect, right? An architectural compass. Oh yeah, I also want to see if these spirit things stack. No crit there. Oh, this is gonna be tough here. We might need to fear this. We're gonna do that. And hopefully we don't pull anymore. I'd like to see a crit here to test this. No crit. We can try it again here, maybe. We have to drink for the first time in a while. Crit, 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 crit. No crit. Alright, we're gonna drink and eat. So, jumping right back into combat there. Quick regen. Dang, really? Didn't even see that guy. What's my crit rate? Oh my gosh, my crit chance is so low. It's gonna be kind of hard to test this with such a low crit chance. Where's this guy I just killed? I must already looted him. Okay, there's the compass. So we can stick around here and kill these guys until they're gone, and then I think the next place that they're at is in a mine, maybe? Again, I hate the mines. I hate the mines. Child labor. Blah, 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 blah. Coal. I'm not gonna pull both these, but it's okay. Crit. No crit. I'm gonna figure out if these stack. No crit. I mean, statistically, it's going to take me like 18 to 20 casts for a crit, so might take me a while, but it's going to happen, don't worry. I'd already cast that. Oh, go, 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 go. Crit. No crit. Three in here. 13, 13. Pillager. We're okay, we can fear. We can fear and LOS actually. Solid. Look at those maneuvers. Crit. No crit. Oh, don't disarm the priest. Crit, come on, crit, 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 crit. What a joke, man. I need to know. Never crit, man. Sad. How are we doing on this quest, by the way? Looters, what else? Which one is this? Let's hide these. Oh my gosh, I need 5 pillagers. That's those casters. There's 2 down there. Oh, dang it. Okay, there's 3 there actually. And crit. You know, I'm pretty sure I've cast 20 by now and haven't seen it. Or had 20 opportunities and didn't see it. So any minute now. Any minute. Oh my gosh. I think Shadow Priests end up having like high crit at max level too. I think they crit a lot. I could be wrong. Could just be making this up. Oh, I thought the guy... He is running at me. What the heck, man? I'm just having a drink. There it is. They do not appear to stack. Your Mind Blast and Shadow 100% chance. Yeah, okay, so they don't stack. Interesting. Now we know. Oh, that pushback is real bad. Okay, we need 7 and 2. I think we kind of run our course here, so I think we need to go to the coast. Oh, actually, maybe we go to the town? The town might be safer, actually, but it's also further away. I don't know. Oh, there's a camp here, too, actually. Might be able to just stay here. There are 3 pillagers here, which is nice. I don't remember this camp being here, actually. Did I always miss this? Before I had Questy and knew that there were spots on the map? I need to use this last minor healing and get off my bar. Potions are so worth it to buy, by the way. You know, just keeping you up and fighting and not drinking or eating. Like, come on. Solid. My green screen keeps leaking in the corners. Okay, so I'm done with the looters. I only need 4 more pillagers. Hopefully we can get them here in this area, so we don't really gotta go far. Dang it, that's a looter. Looter, looter, looter. Oh, there's a pillager here. Oh, that's 2 looters. This is a tad messy. Oh no. We might be able to run away from that guy at least. Unfortunate respawn. So now that I know that my crit chance is fucking awful, maybe I shouldn't have taken Improved Spirit Tap yet. Maybe I should have taken Darkness. I gotta kill these looters to get more pillagers to spawn, unfortunately. Because I don't feel like running to a different area. But it's okay, I kind of need the XP anyways. Oh, there's one. Nice. I see one over there, so then I only need one of them. There might be one more inside, so that might actually be done. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, is that 2 more? Yes. Let's go. Nice. And we're done. Oh, green. Ooh, that's a good green. This is an okay green. Nice. That was pretty efficient. See, usually when I come in like quest in these like little outside areas right there, there's competition, so it like takes longer, than I gotta go somewhere else, but there's nobody on this morning this early. It's really nice. So if I don't hit 16 here, I will probably go back to Lakeshire and finish up those little runaround quests. Yeah, so there might be a little bit more running here, but that's okay. Oh, I forgot the Hearthstone has a reduced cooldown too, so. I definitely need to start looking into all of the Dead Mines quests, but I probably won't even worry about that until I finish the Defias Brotherhood quest chain. Which I think only have like one more kill quest. Which is going to be a little bit too high level, at level 16, I think. No, I'm on it right now, actually.
Be careful.
Do I go do this? Yeah, I think maybe we do. I think maybe we go do it. It says it's yellow, actually. Yeah, and then when we're finished with it... Okay, so that's where we turn in these hops. Oh, no. I went into Goldshire earlier and I didn't buy the booze that I needed. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. It just adds one more step when I run around. But yeah, I turn in, I think I want to say like 4 of these hops, maybe 6. Definitely not 8. And I get the Thunder Brew for... let's hide these. This Dry Times quest. I can't believe I forgot to pick up the sweet rum. I wonder if it's... No, there's no way it's faster to run there. I mean, maybe, actually. From here to here versus from here to fly to here. I don't know. Okay. This quest might take a minute, but you see, these guys are level 18. Now I wish I had that Halloween candy for the hit. We'll be alright, though. We'll get it done. Yeah, I'm going to be missing my wands. Yikes. Hopefully they're not all level 18. Ooh, getting ads here is not going to be pleasant. This one's 16. See, I'm going to pull both of these. Maybe, maybe not, actually. Pull now. Okay, I did not get both. That's good. Why am I not wanting? What are you doing? You big dummy. I should have waited to shield until I took a little bit of damage, since I do have a small heal component on the shield. That would be the optimal way to use that, but it's fine. Also, I should have Mind Blasted sooner, because if it would have crit, it would have got overridden by my Spirit Tap. Or the improved Spirit Tap, I mean. Yeah, it would be nice to be 16 right now. I have a little bit higher hit chance against these guys. Basically, ooh, my first milestone. This guy's on level 15. I took 0 damage from him. He missed twice or 3 times. I'm gonna work my way towards the dwarf up here with the repeatable quest. Also, if you guys haven't figured out this, these icons over here, it's a weak aura, which is an add-on which I can get into later, or at some other video, but it shows the last ability that I used, in case anybody was wondering what that is. That's there pretty much for you guys and for when I stream. I know it's sometimes hard to pay attention to what abilities people are using, but this should tell you the last one I used. So that's my wand icon, so it's telling you, hey, I use my wand. Hey, I'm using my wand. And you'll see when I cast my, my spells off the bat, it's not perfect. Like if I use, I'm not sure what shows up when I cast Smite, and then, so like I cast Smite, and then I cast Shadow Word Pain, but if I use them immediately after each other, I think only one shows up. So it's not perfect, but it is helpful. Nice buffs going. Healing and mana as I run towards my objective. Yeah, see, like the smite didn't really show up because I used Shadow Word Pain so quickly after it. There he is. Grim Booze Thunder Brew. About to give me that beer. Give me some beers, man. It's 4, right? 4 hops? 5 hops. Cool. Don't need to carry those around anymore. It's a repeatable quest, by the way, for whatever reason you want to come back and get more booze. It's actually okay that I didn't get this Skin of Sweet Rum yet, because eventually when I'm playing in Duskwood, it's going to be faster for me to fly to Stormwind and then run through Goldshire to get to like Sven's camp and stuff, so I'll run through it anyways. No big deal. Guess we can finish killing down here before we turn around. I can't believe we pretty much knocked out Westfall. The only thing we're gonna have left after this is Dead Mines, and like the messenger to Westfall, and those little leading up to quests. So next episode is gonna be awesome, dude. There's gonna be so much going on. Our first dungeon, our first mount. It's gonna be awesome. Looking forward to it. I did say I was going to do 2 episodes this week, so that's part of the reason why, is because I knew it was going to be a lot of impactful stuff happening. So this will be November 3rd, 2022 when this video goes up, and the next one will probably be like the weekend. A few days after. Get a little bit of rest XP in between. Plus I've got raids and stuff Thursday and Friday, so I have to find specific time to play, and my Warlock is level 77, and I really need to get him to 80 before Saturday, because my guild is running an alt 25 man finally. That guy whooped my butt, dude. What do I still need here? I need knuckle dusters, dude. Oh shoot. Where are all these knuckle dusters at? I only need 3 more highwaymen. So I actually do need to specifically find the knuckle dusters. There it is, level 16. These are both. That's a mage. Pathstalker. There's some knuckle dusters over here. But these are also a multi-pole group, so I don't know how many of these I'm gonna get. Oh no. Let's just fear them right off the bat, actually. That's not the one I wanted feared, but it's okay. We'll survive. Oh, that's not good, actually. I think we'll be okay. The question is, do I want to use a health pot or a mana pot? I'm thinking health pot, because I'll have spirit tap. Oh, we have fear up again, actually. We just need mana for it. Hopefully, if we pull another one, we're probably screwed here. And this is where bandages would come in useful, by the way. I did pull another one. Potential death incoming. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I die here. Yeah, yikes. Well, oh my gosh, wait a minute, what? This is where the graveyard is? That's the most convenient death I've ever had. I literally died in the graveyard. Oh man. Well, can't complain too much, I guess. And also, this is a knuckle duster that I need, so whatever. It's too funny. That's the downside to fear, is it keeps you alive, but it could also kill you, so use at your own peril. Ooh, I don't want that guy to aggro, because I do not need to kill another Pathfinder, or Stalker, or whatever he is. There's my last knuckle duster over there. Let's go loot this guy first, and then we'll go kill him. Or I wonder if there's actually... I wish I could see. Kind of wish I had track humanoids right now. I also don't remember that camp being there. What? How do I not remember all these things? So after this guy, I just need 3 highwaymen, which there were plenty of in the hills. What's this one? Pathstalker. That was so funny dying right there. Like I had the res now and I was like, wait, what? It kind of like, it felt like I was like in a BG or some shit. Just one more after this, and then we are out of here. Pretty efficient use of quests, I think. I just want to find one more guy in the hills so I don't have to pour more than I need. So we finish this up, and then we have just a few more straggler quests here in Westfall. Okay, so the question is, what order do I do things? Our hearth is up. I think we'll just do that first, because why not? Let's sell. I have all these quest items. Oh, red linen bag. I'll probably auction that. I don't personally need it. I'm not really gonna care about patterns on this guy too much because my main character is a tailor. So anything that I can auction, I will. We'll go turn this in. I think I'll be able to get this new quest now. The red silk bandanas one from the dungeon. And then we're 16, so we need to get spells. There's 2 quests to turn in Stormwind. And then I need to go back to Coldshire, unfortunately, but it's okay. Maybe I don't need to actually do that right now. I guess I can wait on that. If I can't pick up this quest yet, I'm going to feel dumb for running up here again. And I feel dumb for running up here again. It's actually 17 plus, like it says in the tooltip. Okay, we are well. Look at that. We're already almost a quarter of the way through 16 already. Is it reasonable to hit 17 right now? How we doing on time? Nah, we probably need to be approaching the end here, but I'm gonna finish up all these little loose ends before we call it quits. I wonder when I unlock my next glyph. 70, 50, 30. Oh, I have a minor glyph right now. Let's look at Glyph of Fortitude. What is this? Classic Glyph of Fortitude. Reduces mana cost. Glyph of Levitate. Do I have Levitate yet? I guess I'll just check these real quick. When do I get the spell Levitate? I guess I should get my spells first before I buy my minor glyph. Okay, spells, or quest, spells, minor glyph, without the T at the end. Glyph. Still, people are starting to come online now. People are waking up. Which quest was this? Oh yeah, that's right. The Defias Motherhood is with Shaw, SI7. The SI7 quest chain is a pretty good one. It's one I've seen pretty much all the way through on a lot of my characters. It's cool going from, you know, Westfall and meeting the Defias into the stockade, and then I think a little bit even into, like, you do this quest like here, over here in the keep, where you get a ring, and I guess that you go a little bit into like South Shore even. And I think that's pretty much the end of the Defias, but I could be wrong. I don't know what else SI7 ends up getting into.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
So this quest has me go back to Westfall yet again. It's no big deal though. I mean, all roads lead to Westfall at this low-level junction. I think at level 18 is when I want to do the first few Sven's Camp and Spiders quests. And I don't know if I want to try and do Dead Mines now at level 16, or if I want to wait a little bit to do it. But I'm pretty sure I can pick up all the quests. No, I have to wait until at least 17 till I can get the red bandanas one. So maybe I'll do it then. Maybe I'll finish up all the pre-quests to unlock the dungeon quest, and then I'll just do it first thing in the next episode. This is Baros Alexton's Compass quest. Again, I can't remember if there's a follow-up here, if this is just it. I feel like there should be more, but maybe there's not.
What can I do for you? Safe travel.
And there is actually not. It's so weird. They definitely could do more there, but it's all good. Now we're picking up our level 16 spells. XP per hour has steadily fallen since Westfall, actually, for two reasons. Number one, I was rested, which is a 200% bonus. And number two, everything was super compact and there wasn't a lot of running around. So even though I'm higher level and it seems like I should be getting more XP per hour, it's reasonable to explain why I'm not. So I got my first actual just heal rank 1 spell, which will help me if I end up healing Dead Mines, which I'm sure I will. And then I did get rank 2 Mind Blast, which is really nice. Yeah. Crit scaling isn't quite there yet. I'm still only sitting at 5.6%. So I think we're going to pick up Glyph of Fortitude. The other two that are listed there, I'll just check actually to see if there's a better one, but it's probably going to be the one I go with. And I'm going to post these other things on the auction house. This chest should sell. Required level 10. It's decent. All this stuff should actually sell. One of the first things I do next time is we'll look and see what we did and didn't sell. Let's see here. Sell this guy. I'll probably maybe I won't actually. I was thinking maybe I would log back in between and requires level 9. Those are really good. I'm gonna try and sell these for 10. Let's sell these for 8.99. And this recipe, oh, that doesn't sell for crap. Better than vendor though. And let's just check again. Bracers, gloves, boots, maybe. Armor, cloth, wrist. Three gold for 2 stam. Oh, these are enchanted even. Let's grab this one for 350 with the stamina. Feet. Yeah, we're gonna buy those two of the owl for 5. And then hands. Ooh. Those are so good. They're not worth 250 gold, obviously, but dang. I said I wasn't gonna buy these last time, but you know what? I'm gonna buy them now, actually. I have enough stuff on the auction house that'll pay off. It'll be fine. You know what I should also do while I'm here is just finish getting this out of the skill up area. Hopefully this goes gray here and I get to like 45, but maybe not. gonna be close. Maybe? Oh. No, I'm not gonna hit 45 there. 1 in 4 chance? Oh, I did it. Oh, it's still green actually. I guess you go to 50 with bolts. Okay. Yeah, those are the 3 upgrades we bought. More mana, more health, more mana regen. Can't complain. Throw these in here and then we'll throw the wool in here as well. Fly over to Redridge.
You need something?
Yes, allow me to access my bank, please. Thank you. Did I make exactly 20? No, there's one here. Okay.
See you later.
Then we want to fly. Got a couple things to turn in Redridge. It's gonna be so fun when I first hit max level on this guy and, you know, doing the heroics and gearing up and stuff. It'll be a lot slower than I normally play because I'm gonna record it. But it's my favorite part of the game. Is a fresh max level and getting caught up for raids and stuff. Quick little flight over here. My my other account, it shows flight time. I don't know what add-on it is that does that. It might be like Leatrix or something. I don't know. It's kind of nice to know. It's not exactly a pretty add-on that does that, but it's useful. So yeah, we spent at least 20 gold on gear already on this guy, but that's a lot for a low level. But it'll be worth it. I'll keep selling greens in return, and it'll just kind of be like a trade-off. Well, I didn't check ringer neck, but that's okay. Doing pretty good on stats. 700 health at level 16. That's solid. There's another quest out of Redridge where I have to come back to this Tower of Azora or whatever it's called. Probably end up doing that one next episode too. Usually what I do after I do Dead Mines is go and knock out almost all of Redridge and some of the quests in Duskwood. So, man, I'm super excited for the next episode. There's going to be so much going on. Hopefully I get it all done in one go. Yeah, it won't be too long, and then like we'll be in wetlands and South Shore and who knows where else. Actually, where do I level between? Do I go to? I can't remember what other zones I do in the level 20s. You know what I also could do, which would be crazy? I could go to the Exodar zones. I wonder if anybody does that. Okay, we got the Bang and Knolls here. Oops, the underbelly scales from the little dragons.
Have a good one.
This is the crazy run around everywhere to every zone quest from this guy.
King's honor, friend.
Message to Stormwind. Message to Westfall. Obviously, he's making me go back. What's my hearth at? 15.
Good day to you.
Okay, and then he has me do the selling fish. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to run down to Duskwood. I'm gonna run down to Duskwood, pick up this moonshine, get the flight path, pick up the quest that tells me to go to Sven, and then fly to Stormwind, pick up the skin of Sweet Rum, and hopefully my hearth is up by then, and that's when we'll call it. So finish up some of these runaround quests real quick. Oh, I didn't buy a Glyph of Fortitude. Oh well. We have more yellow quests now, which is nice. In 17, we'll make probably 2 more of these, or maybe even this one yellow too. I had mentioned, I think in episode 1, that I was going to use my level 80 mage on my other account to like chauffeur this guy around. I might only do that like for major travel, like to the other continent or something. I don't actually know if I want to do that anymore. I'm kind of enjoying just keeping this guy a little bit isolated. Like, yes, I gave myself Frostweave bags, heirlooms, and 100 gold, but I think I'll just leave it at that for now, and not get too involved with my other characters boosting or anything. It's more realistic, even though I'm obviously at a huge advantage having heirlooms. I actually do need to kill that guy, but I'm not going to. Just gonna keep running my little path here. "12 minutes. Put this on my bar for now, just to see the cooldown. Yeah, so if that guy's 18, that means these other quests should be doable pretty soon. The other spider quests. There used to be a traveling salesman, or maybe it's this guy. Maybe he's not traveling anymore. Wonder if he sells anything useful for me. He used to like sell greens. Dreamer's belt for 41 silver. That's gonna be better, right? Do I buy that? Oh, let's buy that and sell that on the auction house. You can't use this to level 24 though. I'm not gonna buy it. If I could use it at like level 20, I'd probably buy it. I don't know if this will actually be worth $3.95, but if it is, it was definitely worth buying. Why anybody would have this recipe? They're a completionist, I guess. There's a lot of vendors around the world that sell limited recipes. Like the recipe will spawn on the vendor occasionally, and so you can only buy like one for like every hour or something like that, and you can make a pretty good profit on those if you pick them up when you run by. Like it's not enough gold to like go run around and buy them all, but if you happen to be there, you might as well just snag it and sell it on the auction house. Alright, we're almost there. Pick up this bottle of moonshine, the flight path, and then we're going back to Stormwind real quick. We'll snag that glyph, go to Goldshire, and hopefully Hearth. If not, we'll just log out there. And I've got my first auction sold back in the mail already. 2 gold from the copper ore that came from a chest, I think. Okay,
Hello.
bottle of moonshine.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Could sell this other stuff real quick.
I buy and trade.
Oh, good for you. I sell.
Safe travels.
Okay, it's also good to get this flight path because the mayor of Redridge is going to send me here again before he gives me the last quest to kill the gnolls, so I'll have to fly back down here eventually. I'm surprised I didn't get the quest to go to Sven's camp, but that's okay.
Hello. Be careful.
Is it Leotrix that tells me the flight times? Why didn't that work? /LTP. Oh, there we go. Definitely want to repair automatically, I think. Interface. Hide griffins. Why would I hide griffins? Oh, this. Oh, that will hide these? That's cool. Disable bag automation. I've never even looked at these. Okay. So I'm not sure what showed my UI or my flight path time. It obviously wasn't Leotrix, but why did I fly back here? I thought somebody wanted me to come to Stormwind. Westfall. Westfall. Okay, I'll get this glyph and then I'll go to Cold Chair. Probably not gonna wait 7 minutes for the hearth, so once I get to Gold Chair, we'll probably call it there. Oh, what's still, oh wait, what's this? We got a ornate 2 spirit for 15 gold. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Do I have? I only have 1 ring, 1 spirit. What do we got here? Ooh, not worth 24 gold though. But I will buy this Band of Spirit. And then I didn't even buy the thing I came here for. Let's just look. See what we got. Major. So that's what the majors look like. What do the minors look like? These. Fading? That's worthless for soloing. Wait, what does fade actually do? Yeah, okay. I guess I needed to make sure it didn't do something different than I thought it did. I really, really wish you could sort by minor or major. It'd be really nice. Fortitude, I think that's going to end up being what I buy. Looks like fading and fortitude are the only options for minors. Wait. That's fine. Stupid internal. There we go. So that doesn't, it's not like a major increase in efficiency or whatever, but it's okay. I mean, it makes it that rebuffing in combat is viable. Wait, I just buffed. Why did that? Oh, that's all R. There we go. This is the new rank, right? Yeah, 700 health still. Okay. Bum 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 bum. 3 minutes. You know what? My hearth probably will be up. Right, pretty close when I get there. It took me 2 minutes to run there. Oh, I could have listed this on the auction house. Shoot. That's okay. I am wondering though, how much gold I can have, because by the time I get to like level 60, level 70, level 80, I am going to want to buy Epic Flying, and I don't know if I'm going to want to fund it with my other characters. We'll see. I probably just will, actually. I actually don't even think I have that much gold. No, I do, but I wouldn't want to dump a majority of it on another character's Epic Flying. I've already bought Epic Flying on 4 dang characters, man. That's 20,000 gold that I've spent on Epic Flying because I'm addicted to playing olds. But I hate playing without Epic Flying. It is a necessity for me. But yeah, guys, so that's it. We're going to wrap it up here. This is a little bit of a longer video, actually. You know, I put out some calls for you guys during the video. Love to hear from you. I want to know your thoughts, suggestions, comments, critiques. Let me know. Looking forward to the next episode, guys. It's going to be super cool doing our first dungeon, getting our mount, hitting level 20, getting our first major talent. It's going to be all really fun and good stuff. Again, twitch.tv/Drunon, playing live 3 to 4 nights a week, doing mostly raids and endgame content on my mage is my main, and then my shaman is my first alt, and then my warlock will be level 80 this week as well, so that's going to be some good stuff there. And then, you know, if you like these Let's Plays, if it's nice and chill and you just like hanging out, having some background music or noise or whatever, you know, I'm glad you're here. So please hit the like and subscribe for this video as well. And I'll be back again later this week with episode 3 of this series, and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and good gaming.